July 2020 birthday month message. Don't forget that you can also check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, you know, whatever. This is really meant to be like a choose your own adventure story here, whatever, you know, you feel called to looking into, if you have a stellium and a sign. Yeah, so with that being said, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. All right, Leo. This month, I really see you guys focused a lot on your careers. Like a lot. You're focused on your material stability here. And a lot of this, I do feel like you're putting a lot of your energy towards your career. A lot of you guys are feeling betrayed or stunted in some kind of way. I do see that there's some kind of trouble going on here. And honestly, you guys could have had a big shakeup in the past here with the Wheel of Fortune. You guys could have had an ending. So some of you guys have been out of work, and it's something that, you know, is causing you a little bit of anxiety this month. We have the Saboteur card with the light attribute. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. I just feel like some of you guys are, that sun energy that you have of being that leader, stepping out into the forefront. It's just being overlooked this month. Maybe some of you guys just feel like the daily grind, like, you know, it's the rat race with the wheel imagery here. And, you know, like maybe you just feel like you're another cog in the wheel, and it's really kind of soul sucking for you guys this month. But what is interesting here is that this isn't very, I do feel that this is an important point in your life for you, because here's the thing, the sun matures through the earth signs. And that is something really to note, because earth is so solid, right? And this is like the sun really shines in earth, right? I feel like there's a lot of changes in you going on under the surface, where you're starting to realize that you want more than this. You want to step out of this. You want to be noticed and recognized. You're not being noticed and recognized here. Not in this, not in whatever it is that you're doing. So you are doing a lot of thinking about your daily routines. You're doing a lot of thinking about how you make your money, what makes you fulfilled, and why it's not happening. I feel like you're starting to pull your energy back. Those of you who are not out of work, you're starting to really pull your energy back. You're starting to think possibly about entrepreneurship here. Because you might have some ideas of the ways that you can empower yourself, but you just don't feel like it's going to be welcomed in this group or wherever it is that you're at. There's really no place for you to step up and be that leader. And so you're starting to think about different things that would make you feel more fulfilled. But it's also bringing up a lot of fear, and you just you're falling into your habits this month. And I do feel like some of you guys are trying to have better daily habits so that you can eventually get out of this situation. You're starting to plan an exit here, Leo, because it's just not working out for you. And yeah, you're waiting to take a step here, because it's so clearly coming to an end here with the Ten of Swords. And I don't feel like you're getting treated the way that you want to be treated here. You just feel so kept down and not recognized and not seen. And you're like, I wanted to say glorious, like you're beautiful, you have a lot to offer. And so it's just you feel like, you know, you're wasting your time being around these people and being in this group, and that this is a dead end road. You're starting to realize that this is a dead end road. And so you know that you need to make a decision. You know, you need to take a step away here, but you also know that there's some planning involved here. This is what I'm saying is like, this is pushing you into this earth energy, which is like I said, the sun matures in Capricorn, and the Nakshatra of Uttara Ashada, which, you know, those people can be workaholics, but they're very persistent. I feel like you're losing interest in something that you're doing. Some of you guys, like, you really want to focus on your family more. You want to feel more alive again, and it's just not happening. Like I said in the past, I feel like you did have some good fortune in the past, and you felt like things were expanding. There was a quick change in your life in some way or another. And now you don't really know if that was a good change or a bad change. You don't know if you want to continue investing here. And really, like I said, Leo, I don't think that you're going to. I think you're going to make it work for now. So you're negotiating with yourself on how you can make this situation work. But you are exhausted. And you know, like, here's the thing, nines, they're very close to the end of the cycle. And you have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, right? 10s are endings. There's a new day dawning here. You can't see it, but there is a new day dawning. And I do feel like for now, it's about, for this month, it is about practicality. It's about your daily habits. It's about just waking up and pushing yourself through, which Leos, you know, Leos are fixed signs. Like, you guys have some staying power, but it's really tough to do when you don't feel like you're getting that recognition. So you're trying to find some kind of balance within yourself. A lot of you guys are turning to spirituality. You're developing like a meditation practice, and just consider that. That might really help you out this month. Because you're going to start getting clear. If you can do that, if you can make this a spiritual exercise, then you're going to start to become more and more aware of where things kind of feel out of alignment. And I think that that in and of itself is going to start to shift your perspective, which is going to start to shift your reality just a little bit. You know, you're not crazy. This is suffocating. This situation that you're in is suffocating, you know? And you might feel that you need to do this because of, you know, you have to maintain some kind of stability or something like that. You might feel like you don't have a lot of choices right now. You might feel like, well, you might feel like you have choices, but to leave this situation, it like throws everything into chaos. And so, but in the future, I just feel like there's somebody's attention that you want, like a supervisor or something like that. And you don't feel like you're getting a lot of attention here in the future. And I feel like some of you guys feel that you should be making more money. You should be getting more recognition. And it's not really happening for you. And I feel like maybe you thought it was going to happen here in the past because you were on a really, really good way with things. And then that growth and that expansion seemed to kind of stop all of a sudden. Some of you guys, maybe you got a new supervisor or a new boss or something, and everybody's trying to get this person's attention, and you are a Leo and you're used to getting people's attention, but it's like in the daily grind, like, you're just being overlooked. I'm sorry, you guys. This is breaking my heart. This is such a hard energy, and especially because of who you guys are, you know, as Leos. But it's about balance here, and it's about waiting. And there's a heavy energy of bureaucracy and work coming through here, traditions and supervisors and bosses, you know, and just feeling oppressed and not feeling seen. But I'm just feeling like this is pushing you inwards, because to help you overcome this confusion, because you're confused, you are confused about this, and you're trying to see it from a different point of view, but you want this. And look, we have the King of Pentacles. You want to mature into the sun energy. You really, really do. You want things to be stable, but you want things to be happy. And so you're thinking that you might have to leave this situation. This chapter of your life might have to come to a close. So then it just becomes about doing that in a way that is balanced, possibly finding some kind of external help here. It might require you to leave some kind of safety, some kind of safety net. It might require you to take some kind of a chance that your fortune could be completely flipped on its head here. And I feel like this is calling you. There's non-attachment, right? I'm getting the energy of Mula, which is the energy of non-attachment. I feel like you guys are being called to practice non-attachment, definitely to get in touch with your spiritual side, because you're not getting some kind of recognition in the external realm because Spirit's trying to push you inward. And I do feel like it wants to make some kind of big change for you. It's going to maybe take a little bit of time, and it's going to require you to be very astute and observant, so you know when the right time to strike is, because I feel like you're moving away from this, but you can't. It's a delicate balance. It's something like, you know, like walking a tightrope, or some kind of example where, you know, like horses, when they run, like only one hoof is down at a time. So it's like one hoof is down and then the other one is down. So you have to know when the one foot lifts to know when to put the other one down. That kind of skill and timing that you can really sharpen with meditation. Even if it's just 10 minutes of a morning, just to sit down and be quiet with yourself. I think it's really going to sharpen your senses so that you understand the lay of the land a little bit better here. And you understand what's going on inside yourself. And that you're being very smart about this. you know, some of you guys are thinking about moving. Some of you guys are thinking about doing something online, and just, but you don't know what the outcome is going to be. You tried to look at this from all kinds of angles, and it seems to just make you more and more confused. You're ready to take a risk. You guys are good at that. You trust yourselves. You know that you're smart, and you know that you're capable. A lot of you guys, there's something on the internet that might help you. Some of you guys are starting to look for jobs on the internet, even jobs. For some of you guys, you're considering jobs where you would have to move. You guys are some of you guys are considering like totally revamping your life because you're bored and you're stagnant and you just don't feel like wherever it is that you're at. And I mean that metaphorically, and I mean that as many levels as it resonates with you. Where you're at, it's not doing it for you. You know? And I honestly, for a lot of you, this involves your physical geographic location. Maybe you recently moved to a new area here and it's just not working out for you the way that you thought. And you're like, oh, do I keep investing in this? But you're a giving person. You want to give your skills in some way. You want to be seen, you want to be valued, and it's not all about the paycheck for you. And so there is something that's trying to come to a close here. And you're ready. You are ready, but just know that the journey starts now inside yourself. The process starts inside and then it comes outside, and that's what this is trying to say. So this month, it is, you're going to be moving on from this. You're going to be moving on. Even though, and it's not that things are like super bad. I just feel like it's not a place where you belong. It's not a place where you shine. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be traveling because, and for some of you guys, like if you start applying for things online or if you start doing something online, that's, for a lot of you, it's moving, you know, and for a lot of you, you want to start some kind of internet business, and it's going to happen very quick. Like you're going to get some kind of realization or something, and you might or you might get a job offer really quick that requires you to move away. It might be, honestly, I think you might be surprised. Like, I'm not trying to sell, you know, snake oil and promise you magical potions and things like, but if you go within and if you take this, if you accept this, if you accept where you're at, and you try to use it as a spiritual guiding experience where you go within and you just try to be present during this time of turmoil for yourself, I think you'll be surprised at the way you can move it. And it's going to take some work. But there is a happy ending waiting for you guys. And for some of you, it's going to be a person. It's going to be, maybe you don't feel like you've fit in here like people-wise too. For some of you guys, like work-life balance is really an issue, and you guys are wanting to spend more time with, some of you guys are just being overworked and not getting the recognition and not getting paid overtime for it, and you want to spend more time with your family. You feel betrayed. You feel like this isn't what you signed up for. But there is good news into your future, and you are moving into your own strength here. For some of you guys, you're meeting someone who wants to offer you a job here with the King of Pentacles. Like they want to offer you like a leadership role or something. But it's not like quick, you know? You got to put yourself out there in some kind of way. And you'll know what that is, I feel like, from going within. And I don't feel like it's going to let me get any more specific than that, because this is part of your soul's journey and it's something you need to walk, learn, and live. You need to live your lesson on this one, guys. Because Shadow Side Leo thinks that it just deserves recognition for existing, but, and I'm not saying that you guys are like that, but because I see you're willing to work hard here. And I see you already are working hard and you're just being overlooked. So it's almost like, you know, in December, and this is so interesting because that's where Capricorn is, right? And Uttara Ashada is in Capricorn, but the sun dips below the horizon for 3 days. It's called the death of the sun. And I feel like in some kind of way, you guys are going through the death of the sun so that you guys can come back stronger and ready to... Some of you guys are going to be entrepreneurs. Like you're going to start your own thing. Maybe you're going to get some kind of funding or something. Some kind of recognition and funding might be. If you go within, if you use your free time to kind of work on something that you've been wanting to work on. If you have a project that involves the internet, like an online business or something, I highly suggest you put a little bit of work into that. Like just in your free time. If you have free time. If you don't, if this is the family situation, forget that I said anything. But, because I think that you might get like through time and through your persistence in this, I think you're going to get the funding and the recognition that you deserve. Yeah, because right now you just feel overlooked and you feel like everybody's kind of being sharp with you and it's very bureaucratic and not very fun. But I think it's because it's trying to push you towards some kind of independence or self-sustaining energy here. So I am so sorry if that was, you know, tough energy. This is your birthday month and you guys are having your solar return. So if that didn't resonate, just, you know, don't take it on. But I really do see you as, like, this is a very important time in your life for a lot of you guys. Some of you guys might be hitting that Saturn return here with the earth energy. And especially with that Capricorn. I do feel like this is heavily karmic. Like this is one of the karmic lessons that your soul signed up for here. That's being kind of doled out to you right now. And just know that you have everything around you to be able to make it through this successfully. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard, but there's a way that you feel that you could self-empower, and it's telling you to take things slow and to get the lay of the land and really meditate on things and make sure, you know, double checking yourself here. But there's a way that I feel like you kind of hold yourself back in order to have some kind of stability here. So just something to think on, Leo. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to check in with you next month.